Hey, Pajama Gramma, chronic painkiller prescriptions here. And again, it's trying to tell me that we don't get any video reception or whatever, and that my connection is now available. So I'm going to go live. And who knows if it worked or not. Pajama Gramma Sharon here with Pajama Gramma's chronic painkillers prescriptions. And it is just my way of sharing some little tips and tidbits that I've discovered over the last 37 years of how to kill chronic pain and take back your life. Because that's what I had to do. I had to figure out how I was going to handle chronic illness and chronic pain in my life, or not have a life at all. And frankly, not having a life at all was not an option for me. And so when I hit the lowest of the low and wasn't sure I wanted to be here anymore, I needed to make a decision. And I made a decision and a choice to take back my life. And I want to show you how you can do it too, no matter what your situation, no matter how much pain you're experiencing. And I'm doing that by sharing these prescriptions, by sharing some of the little things that I've learned over the last 37 years that I've shared with other people that have helped them to kill their chronic pain and live the life that they deserve. Because we all deserve to live an amazing, fascinating life. We all are here to experience life as only we can, and I'm here to help make sure that you do that too. Today I want to talk about hidden pain. How many of you, if you happen to be fortunate enough to have a handicap sticker, and I don't have one now because I don't feel like I need one now, but back in my 20s I couldn't walk and I needed to use crutches. When I finally could walk and started to get better and could go back to school, I had a handicap sticker or a handicap plates and handicap, tag for in my car. And so often people would give me that scowling, dirty look when they would see me sitting in my car thinking, who is this young college girl? She doesn't look like there's anything wrong with her. And oftentimes people would say really unkind, mean things to me and assume that they knew what was going on inside my body, even though what was going on didn't necessarily show up on the outside of my body. Now, unfortunately, sometimes things did show up on the outside of my body. Some of my prescriptions caused me to gain and lose a lot of weight and things like that. And to me, still, it showed up on the outside of my body, but other people didn't know that that was because of the prescriptions or because of the disease or because of the chronic pain. So people assume things about other people all the time, especially when it comes to hidden diseases or hidden pain. Just because it doesn't show up on an MRI, just because the doctors and the medical profession don't have a test that can prove or disprove the existence of a specific illness, doesn't mean it isn't real. It doesn't mean the pain isn't real. The pain is absolutely, positively real. And there's nothing more disrespectful or rude is to deny or negate someone else's pain, because only I know what my pain feels like from the inside. Only you know what your pain feels like from the inside. And it's not up to anybody else to judge or comment or try to take away from what we're experiencing, either emotionally or physically or spiritually. It just isn't. But people do it all the time. Again, I call it the handicap parking spot shaming. I mean, my son came home really upset a couple of times from Target picking up his prescriptions. He's in a really bad car accident 4 years ago, and he has a handicap sticker. And several times, older people have yelled and screamed at him for parking in the handicap spot. Well, they don't know that he can barely walk and barely get out of bed most days. And, not knowing that and not seeing it on someone else gives you no right to comment and be rude and disrespectful to another human being. But we experience it all the time. So my advice in this situation, my prescription for this situation, is to consider the source, not let it bother you, and know what you know within to be true for you. And what other people say, think, and do, it just doesn't matter. You do not have to let it impact or affect you or hurt your feelings at all. And I will say it gets easier as time goes on. Early on, I did get my feelings hurt. I would go home crying or drive home crying because somebody had said something mean to me, and I'm like, why on earth? Now I look back on that and I think how ridiculous that was. But at the time, when you're experiencing pain, you're already at an emotional disadvantage because pain Pain it doesn't desensitize it. It sensitizes us and makes us more sensitive to things, not less sensitive to things. So remember to kind of block yourself. And sometimes I actually create a little bubble around myself, and I just let mean things bounce off. Things other people say bounce off of me. I kind of give myself a little rubber ball of protection, like one of those balls that exercise balls they have nowadays that you can sit on. I just imagine one of those around me, and if somebody says or does something mean or gives me a dirty look, I just pretty much ignore it. Or my favorite is to just smile at them and wave, because that always makes people crazy. So that's my prescription for you today. Realize that just because people can't see something doesn't mean it isn't true. Just because my ex-husband couldn't see $1 million, he didn't have it in his hands and didn't hold it, doesn't mean he didn't believe in it. So why would anybody not believe in the challenges that we're having when it comes to chronic pain? That's it. Go out, make it an awesome pain-reduced or pain-free day, and I will see you with the next Painkillers prescription. Bye.